Hi guys. I hope you can hear this. I have a mic on today. I'm going to go over here and check to see. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Hi, how are you? Can you hear me? Okay, I heard it. I'm going to turn the volume down on here. You ready to train? Good. um, okay. I'm going to come back up here. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up. And we're going to do legs today. um, I didn't write anything down. I was going to come up with a workout, but I thought maybe we could put a workout together, all together. Okay, put a workout together all together. Does anybody have any injuries? Knee problems or back problems? Can you guys do jumping stuff? Anyway, what do you guys have? Do you guys have any, do you have a step or a book? Can you see the step here? Let's scoot it back just a little bit with these workouts because it's going to take a little bit of practice to get them good. Yeah, there's the step. You can see the step there. No step, just the floor. Do you have like a book that you could set just so it kind of gives you a target? And are you okay to like jump? Because I was thinking of adding some toe taps in. Okay, good. So I'm gonna make this a maybe like as many rounds as possible. So once we get it together, I'm gonna look at the timer. I can see the time on here, and we'll do like maybe what do you think, 10 minutes or 15 minutes? As many rounds as possible. So we're going to pick a series of leg exercises. And we'll kind of keep it simple. This is my first leg workout in a few months. I think probably the last time I did legs was, I don't know, 3 months ago or so, maybe longer. So, oh, and by the way, my shoulders got so sore from Monday. Showing you those 3 sets for the shoulders. They got really sore. So this workout for legs is going to be very simple just because I haven't done anything in a while. So I'm making it as many rounds as possible so that way you guys can work at your own pace. So we'll do all the same exercises, but we'll go at our own pace. I'm sure my pace is probably going to be a lot slower than you guys. So you just want to work out to your own fitness level. Take your time. If you feel like you need to stop and catch your breath, stop and catch your breath. I know I'm going to have to. So I was thinking, first thing, we'll just take it easy. Okay, good. I was thinking for first thing, maybe some squat jumps. Does that sound good? Squat jumps. Like that, squat jumps. Squat jumps. And I'll write this down and I'll show you guys squat jumps. And how about stationary lunges. And that'll be, so you're just standing in place and you're going to alternate. So alternating stationary lunges, just back and forth like that. Okay. And then how about maybe some step ups? Let me see. No, actually, let me, do you guys have something to step up on like that? Maybe you guys don't have that. So let's stick to easier things. Okay, so let's put this in. So this will be for toe taps. So if you don't have a step, that's where you would use a book. It doesn't have to be very high. The goal of it is to have a target to put your toes on. And these two, I'll show you from the side. These you don't want to lean back. You want to move into it. So you're not trying to touch with your foot this way. You're trying to touch this way with your toe tapping on top. If whatever you're tapping on moves forward, then it means you need to think more top down. So it should be like, and you're forward, so your core is engaged. And when you're tapping with your toes on top like that too, you're really getting your hip flexors because you're lifting up to tap down and not leaning back. Okay, good. So toe taps. So we have 3 things. So that's more hip flexors. You'll get a little bit of core, but it's kind of conditioning. So a little bit of cardio there. And the goal is to, you can start off easy, but the goal is to try to get it as fast as you can. That brings in the core a little bit more. When you add that speed, adds in a little bit more lungs and core, because you have to have your core tight to go faster. Okay, so we have 3 things. What else can we add? Haven't done those in a long time. I don't really have enough room for those. How about alternating side squats? So we'll go here, here, like that. Okay, alternating side squats. And anything else? We have squat jumps, alternating lunges. This is going to be a quad burner. Yeah, I should have had all this made up beforehand, huh? I just figured you guys would have fun helping me put it together. Because I don't want this to just be about me. I want it to be about you guys too. I want to make it like a group effort. What else? Do we need some calves? Do you guys, shoot, I should have thought about this beforehand. How about, let's see, can we do another jump thing? Because the jumping thing is going to get calves too. Squat jumps. Or should we just leave it at that? Just 4 exercises? How about just these 4 exercises? I think that's good. So now we'll pick our reps. Squat jumps. Or, we could add some burpees in there. You want to do some burpees? Just for fun? Let's do burpees, but without a push-up. Burpees. So that'll give us another jumping thing, and that'll be a little bit more lungs. So, so burpees. So we have 5 things. So let's do 10 reps on the squat jumps. And let's do 20 reps on the alternating stationary lunges. And toe taps, let's do 40 toe taps. And that's counting is like 1, 2, 3. So each time you tap is the count. So it's 40 total taps. And alternating side squats, let's take that back down to 10. So it'll be 1, 2. So each time you squat. So that's 10 reps. And burpees, let's keep that at just 5. I know I'm going to get really winded for this. So this is what it looks like. I hope this isn't backwards. Is this backwards? So I'll remind you too as we go along. I'll say what we're going to do out loud. Okay, does that look good? So what we're going to do is we're going to stick to this. We're going to go from one thing to the next and start back. So as soon as we finish the last thing, we're going to come back up here and go down. So let's make it a, what do you think? 10 minutes? Yeah, the burpees aren't fun. I don't think I've ever met anybody that really likes burpees. What do you think? 10 minutes? 15 minutes? Okay, 10 minutes? 10 minutes. Let's do 10. We'll do 10 minutes. If we want to extend it to 15, we can. And if it feels too easy for you guys, you can extend it, 15 or 20 minutes. I think for me, 10 minutes, I think 10 minutes is going to be good for me. I'm going to get winded, I'm sure. My legs are going to be burning. And so we're just going to do as many rounds. So through all the exercises, that's 1 round. So as many rounds as we can do in 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to keep this over here. And my computer's not really showing a clock. Okay, so we're going to start and get you some water if you need to. Have my water right here. So can you guys see this stuff okay? Okay, we're going to start in just a minute and 10 seconds or so. We'll start when the clock up here says 15. So get ready. Anybody have any questions before we start? No questions? I'm not going to talk about anything because once I start talking, then I'll miss the 15. We're at 14 and a half right now. So we have 25 seconds. You're ready to watch? Yay. Okay, so we have about almost 15 seconds to start. Okay, 10 seconds. So we're starting with our squat jumps. 10 squat jumps. Okay, get ready. And here we go. So we're doing 10, 2, Okay, next thing, alternating stationary lunges. I think that's 20. So we're just going to go back and forth. 1, 2. I think 10 would have been enough. That's 11. And this is 20. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got 40 toe taps. Don't feel like you need to stay with me. I just need to catch my breath a second. I think that was right. Oh my gosh. Okay. 10 alternating squats, side squats. So 1, 2. 9, 10. I saw somebody commented, but I missed it. So, hi Susan. Do you want to join in for a little leg workout? Oh, thank you. We got last exercise is 5 burpees, no push-up. So that'll be the end of round 1. So and 5. That's round 1. Okay. That took about 3.5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Second round. Squat jumps. 10. Rest if you need to. 2, 3, 4. Oh, my quads are burning now. Are you guys doing it with me? Are you guys staying with me or are you going past me? Oh man. Okay. Alternating stationary lunges. Here we go. 20 reps. Remember to keep your chin up, back flat. All right, try to touch your knee to the ground. Is the mic okay? I hope I'm not breathing too loud. Okay. 42 taps here. Actually, I'm going to turn sideways for you guys. Oh wait, I think I did it this way last time, didn't I? Okay. 40. Lunges are really good for balance. I was thinking about that today. It's like a trust thing. I was reading my Bible and having my coffee this morning and thinking about that and what it feels like just to surrender. And that's kind of what it's like for lunges. Yeah, the toe taps look easier than what they are. And I'm just stalling right now so I can catch my breath. I think I might take this to 15 minutes instead of 10, just because I'm resting so long in between. Oh, okay. Alternating side squats. We're 10 on that one. But yeah, when you're getting ready to do lunges, it's like when you take that step, it's like you just have to trust and surrender that your balance is going to be there. So anyway, I'm ready. Side squats, 10. 1. Make sure you keep that back flat. Okay. Burpees is the last thing. No push-up. 5 reps. Losing my mic. I think that was 2. Was that 2 rounds? I think everybody has a love-hate relationship with burpees. A long time ago, I don't know if any of you guys were watching my channel back then, but I can't remember if it was during the time I was competing in 2010. 2 rounds? Okay, good. And I just need to catch my breath. You guys can keep going if you want to. I'll talk to you while you guys are working out. But it might have been 2011. But I decided to do a burpee challenge, 20-minute burpee challenge. Did any of you guys watch that? If you haven't, put in on my channel, 20-minute burpee challenge. I think that's what I called it. And just add Clifta Fit, just to make sure. And it should come right up. But yeah, I think it was like just a little over a minute into it. And I was like, what was I thinking? I'm going to do burpees for 20 minutes. Yeah. That's just a 1 burpee at a time thing. We can't look at the 20 minutes. Yeah. See if you can guess how many I did. Comment, let me know. Okay, so back to squat jumps. 10 reps. And yeah, I'm going to go sideways. So back flat, chin up. Yeah, because I think we're just a little bit over 10 minutes now. So we're gonna take it to, let's push it to 15 minutes. Okay, alternating stationary lunges. Are your quads burning? Anybody? We're doing 20 reps, in case I didn't say. It's 11. That's 15. My heart is beating. I can hear it in my ears. 17. And last one. 20. I saw somebody competed. Somebody commented. I know, same here. You're huffing and puffing, puffing good. So I'm not the only one. Yeah, I know, they were much easier, these exercises, when we were younger than now. Oh, okay, but it feels good. This is the no pain, no gain. This is a love-hate relationship too. This feeling. Well, actually, no, it's a love relationship for me. Makes you feel like you're alive. That was another thing I studied today too. It's like Jesus Christ came here so we could die to live. And it's like fitness kind of makes you feel that way too. It's like right now I'm dying, but I feel alive. Yes, we're definitely blessed for that. I'm grateful for my body, my lungs. I'm grateful that I can still do this kind of stuff. My balance is good. You know, that's one of the things that declines as we get older. And I see, before the gym closed, most of my clients were 60, 70, and I had one in her 80s. And that's like one of the things that declines. You're sweating like crazy. I'm lucky it's kind of cool in here. But yeah, that's what made me start to think about like balance and surrendering. You know, you can't really be in your head. You have to, like, to me it feels like, you know, when you surrender to God, you trust. You surrender and trust. And that's like when you're doing those lunges, is like you go to take that step and it's like you're on one leg. It's like you can't be in your head, otherwise you're going to be top heavy. So it's like you have to just go, I surrender and trust, and I'm going to have the balance. And this is one thing that I want to start adding, is stuff like this, you know. So anyway, my quads feel like they're like tightening up right now. And I know I just wasted some time. But what were we just on, the lunges? Okay, so we're at the toe taps. Did that give you guys enough time to rest and catch your breath, I hope? Surrender and trust God. Yes, totally. Okay, so we're back to toe taps. Are we ready? Here we go, 40. Okay. alternating side squats. 10. Oh, my quads are seizing up. 10. Okay, technically we've already passed 15 minutes. I want to take it longer. Are you guys good for going longer? I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling the energy. Are you guys feeling the energy? That means we're left with burpees. I think this is 3. Is this 3 or 4? 3 rounds. Feels like 4, but I think it's just 3. Yay. Okay, burpees. Wait, okay, let me see. 3? Okay. Yeah, feels like 4. That's okay. I think because I've been procrastinating for you guys. Okay, hopefully I'm not holding you back though. You guys go ahead and go at your own pace. But I know I'm going to be really sore already. So let's go burpees. And then I think I want to go one more round no matter how long it takes. So here we go. 5 burpees. Yay, let's be sore together. Oh, okay. Kind of wishing I could get my hamstrings and glutes in there, but maybe that'll be tomorrow if I'm not too sore with quads. Okay, so we're gonna do one more round, and I'll be curious to see what the time says, how long it took. So we started at 15 minutes, so it's been almost 20 minutes already, 18 minutes-ish. Okay, and if you guys need to go ahead and start, go ahead. My heart is like, I can hear it in my ears. I could go ahead and start probably, but I want to wait just a little bit longer. Just to kind of bring it back down a little bit. And if you feel like you need to stretch too, you can stretch. Okay. I think I'm ready. Yes. You guys will get me in shape. That's what I'm counting on. You know, it's like, I'm not here for me. That came to me this morning too. It's like I looked up, how do you really glorify God? How, you know, what does that look like? And it's like everything you do in your life. And it's like, it came to me too. I think that's why I had a hard time. I had a hard time doing my channel like I always used to do it, because it's like, I don't want it to be just about me. Although I think that's part of it, you know, when I did do it for myself, it was kind of a selfish thing, I think. Not maybe in 2010, but in the 1990s, 80s, and 90s. It was for me. You know, and it's like, it started doing it for health, and then it turned into going after a goal, which is not bad. I think we have to do that in our lives, but now I'm in a point where I want to share, I want this to be about you guys too. That's why I waited to like put the workout together with you guys. But next time I'll come maybe a little bit more prepared, so it's not so drawn out. But yeah, it's like, I want it. Yeah, I need you to put me in shape. You guys have been so good with your workouts and stuff, and I just got away from it. And yeah, so you guys got to help me shape. Thank you. Yeah, I remember you watching all my stuff back in 2010. I wouldn't mind getting back to somewhat like that, but I don't know. We'll just see where this takes me. It's like I don't want to do it because I have to do it. I want to do it because I want to do it. I want to do it for you guys, and so we can do it together, and so you guys can whip me back into shape. Right? It's like I want it to be like a group thing, a community. Yes, we're here supporting each other. That's what I want this to be about. It's not just about me and my walk. It's about all of us. I know. Yeah, lockdown has made me look at things differently, and look at just a lot of different things. And I think that's probably true for all of us. We've had more time to look at things and see things maybe in a different light and stuff, and get back to our YouTube channels. Okay, and I'm like, I probably rested a little bit too long, but okay, last round. We gotta make it fun though too, right? Okay, squat jumps, 10. Ready? Oh, let me just read this real quick. You guys are? Or is that everywhere? I haven't been watching the news. I was watching it for a while, and oh no, 12 to 18 months? Wow. That's a bummer. I haven't heard anything about us. I don't know what we're doing, but yeah. Anyway, we have YouTube, right? Yeah, Susan's in Canada, everybody, so they're on lockdown for 12 to 18 more months. And like I said, I was watching the news for a while, and I just kind of quit lately, the past 3 or 4 days or so. So yeah, it can be a downer. And that was like one of the things too I wanted to talk about, was just having a good attitude during this, because our minds are, I think, very powerful, and more powerful than what we think. And it's about keeping that positive attitude and renewing our minds all the time. Jesus is one way to help you do that. Jesus and the Holy Spirit, they help you to not get stuck on anything. Yeah, I know. I hope not. I hope we get it fixed, and then it's back to normal. But the stuff that I've heard in the past is it's not going to ever be back to the way that it was, which is kind of sad. Really? Yeah, are they saying soon? Are they saying still, are they saying the end of April or May? I haven't heard the latest. The latest I think was April 30th, but yeah. Okay, you guys, I think I'm done. Yeah, I know. Well, and that's where we have to really focus on our minds too, and stay positive and not get stuck on anything. It's kind of like working out, when you're doing something and it's you're in the groove, and then it's oh, that one wasn't quite right. If you get stuck on that one that wasn't quite right, it messes up the future of your reps. So it's kind of like with our minds. If we get stuck on a certain thing, like something like this that's in the news, and we get stuck on it, it messes up our future and what we could have. So we have to keep our minds focused on the right things. And for me, since being in this lockdown, I've been born again for 18 years. Last month it was 18 years, and it's I feel now it's going even deeper. I started reading the Bible. I've never read the Bible all the way through, but it's I started reading the Bible, and I think one of my fears is how do you read it? How do you understand it? you know, but it's kind of that, like for me, when I'm getting ready to do a set, it's a let go and let God. It's just a surrender. And it allows you to kind of like get inside your body and get grounded. To me, that's how I feel, you know, opening up and surrendering and just letting go and letting God. And that's that trust thing. So whether you're doing lunges or anything else, it's like that's what it feels like to me when I'm getting ready to do a set. It's like, you know, like Monday I was doing the dumbbell presses, and you know, it's like, okay, I'm ready. It's just, I can snap into it like that, but you know, my clients that really are, you know, I was a competitor, and I think people that are competitors, it's to interpret everybody takes away their own message. Yes, that's what I came to the conclusion of, you know, because it's like you go to church and you get like different scriptures and stuff, and it's like, you know, I could understand that because, you know, but whenever I went to go read the Bible myself, yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know, but lately it's like things have been put on my mind, like, you know, what does it mean to glorify God? How do you do that? You know, I glorified him in one of my videos in 2010. Jesus made me a new woman, superwoman. That got a lot of criticism, got a lot of, you know, thumbs up and good comments, but then, you know, it got, with anything like that, you're going to get bad too. And, yeah, lately though, just my life isn't that much different than it was being in lockdown, other than, you know, I was at the gym 3 days a week to train my clients. So that's the only thing that's like really different. Yeah, and glorifying through your actions in life. And, you know, I think back then too, it's like that was one way that I did it. I walked my talk, and over the years I've gotten away from totally walking my talk, but I've been focusing on other things. And now being in lockdown, it's like, I think, yeah, I just feel like I've gotten closer to God and Jesus, and reading the Bible now, I feel like the Holy Spirit's leading me when I read it, you know. And plus we have the internet, you know, it's like, oh, how do you glorify God? You do that, and it's like some things come up, you find scripture, you go and read the scripture, and then, yeah, I think you do get your own understanding of like what it means. And it's like, that's what God told me the other day, that it's like, it's not about if you're doing it right or wrong. Some people might disagree with that, but that's okay, because I think I'm getting from it what I need to get from it, because I feel excited, you know. And it's like, I feel an understanding, and it's like, that's what came to me the other day. It's like, let the Holy Spirit lead you. If you do, you're going to find your understanding. And it's not really about if you get it right or wrong. It's about developing that relationship with God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. You develop that relationship, and that's really what it's about. You know, it's like keeping our eyes there. And that's what it feels like when I do a set too. I'm keeping my eyes on God. I'm not thinking about anything else, because I think that's where I get my true strength and power and motivation. Do you feel it that way too? It's just a total surrender of, okay, I'm ready. Let's go. You know, you're in a positive mind frame. That right away just puts me in a positive mind frame, and it's like, I'm connected. It's like, I'm ready. I'm ready for the set. Whatever the set is, I'm ready. I'm not thinking about it. Well, how is the set going to be? How am I going to do it? Oh, that one wasn't good. You know, when you don't have time to think about stuff like that. Positive energy doesn't feel that way. I think it's the negative energy that slows you down and makes you stumble. It holds you back. The negative energy holds you back. So when I'm getting ready to do a set, it's like, I don't tap into that negative energy. It's like I tap into the, like, to God energy. I tap into my Jesus juice. That's what I started calling it the other day. It's like, it's unlimited energy. And it's like, if you stay tapped into that, your eyes are on the right thing. Your focus is on the right thing. That's why it's called faith. Otherwise, it would be science. Yes. True. It's faith. It's about faith and trust. And it's like, you just tap into that before you're getting ready to do your set. And it's like, for me, you're just led to however you're supposed to do. Jesus, Jesus juice. Yep. Okay, that's what I'm going to start saying here. We're going to tap into our Jesus juice. You know, you were saying that I seemed bubbly the other day, and I said it was because I was talking about something that I was passionate about. And I thought about that this morning. I was like, you know what? It's like, I just gave glory to the wrong thing. The glory should be, it's like, I feel bubbly is because of having my eyes on God and the right thing. And I'm probably going to lose a lot more subscribers talking about this. The ones that gave me a thumbs down and made nasty comments on Jesus made me a new woman, superwoman. But you know what? That's okay. That was another thing that was stopping me before. After I got done competing and I kept trying to come back, was I like feared that I was going to lose subscribers. It's like, you know what? It's like, do I want to fear losing subscribers, or do I want to do what God wants me to do? And I feel like He's leading me to get back on here, do live workouts. Oh, thank you. Do live workouts and like do stuff like this, like have a community and work out, have fun, and not always talk so much in between. But I just needed to rest. My legs, I can like feel them. They're tight and they're gonna be sore. But the workout today was the way it was supposed to be. That's the way it was supposed to be. I have that really good breath, you know, just like Monday with my shoulders, just 3 sets and I have that good deep breath. I miss that. You know, I don't get that from my cardio anymore. And I don't do HIIT training on my cardio. I do more steady state. You know, sometimes I'll take it up a little bit more and then I'll bring it back down, but I'm not like sprinting. You know, I've done sprints before as like a HIIT training workout. You know, so I'm not sprinting fast like that to get my heart rate super high. I just take it up a little bit and then bring it back down. So usually when I do my cardio, and I used to like to do it that way when I competed too. I always felt like, get your heart rate high when you're working out, and then use your cardio for the LSD. And somebody taught me that's long, slow distance. So it's like it's a steady state. You know, so I get on there and I'll do. Lately, it's like my average is like 35 minutes to 45 or 50 minutes. I just get on there and I like doing that because didn't it feel good? It's like you get some leg pump in there and some lungs going, and you get to enjoy your breath. You know, it feels good. I think it feels good when you breathe deep like that. And my heart rate got up. You know, I would have been curious to see what my heart rate was during that. But yeah, I know it was pretty high. If I was guessing, for me, it probably would have been 170-ish. 160, 170, somewhere around there. My heart rate gets high pretty easily. Not sure why, but yeah. But the cardio, and I'm pointing over here because my Stairmaster's over here. So I have some cardio stuff here. I have a regular seated stationary bike. I have a Stairmaster, a recumbent stationary bike, and then an elliptical here. But yeah, it's kind of messy in the background over there. Otherwise, I would show you guys. This is like the neatest part of my gym right now. But it's like, I don't know. Every once in a while, when I competed in 2010, I did do some sprint type workouts, you know, for like the HIIT training, just to spike my heart rate and stuff. But I usually like to spike my heart rate when I'm training. So I like to take a set and push it and am I turning this into myself again? You guys, like, stop me. I don't mean to turn it into myself again. But I'm sharing. I feel like I do that because I'm sharing, I think. So, and I think I've gotten off track again because I was talking about something else. About it being a community and glorifying God. And oh yeah, the Jesus juice. That's what we were talking about. Yeah. And I think I've had that for a while and just didn't really realize like what was happening. And now with my channel, it's like I want to explain it in that way, you know, and it's like it's keeping your mind focused, like when it's like, and to me it's like I feel it's like focused on God. That just like opens you right up, you know. It's like your mind isn't stuck on the negative. And especially now, like with what's going on, you know, if you watch the news, I've never been one to like really watch the news. I don't like to watch the news. It's depressing, especially as time's gone on. It's like it's always like about the negative stuff, and it's like, why don't they focus on the positive stuff? Maybe if they focused on positive stories, it would make the world more positive. But because a lot of people watch the news, they watch the negative, it just puts you in like a blah. It's like, I want to watch happy stuff, things that make me laugh. I want to be out with my horses or, you know, pet my dogs and cats and stuff like that. That makes you feel good. You know, the news is like, it just puts you in a bad state. And I found two people that I really like lately on YouTube. One guy is named Todd White, and the other guy is Dan Moeller. I think that's how you say his name. And Todd White, from what I understand, got saved through Dan Moeller. So they're Christian pastors, I guess, or speakers, and they're like awesome to listen to. You know, you can just feel their energy. They have that Jesus juice. Their energy is just like so up and positive, and they're funny. And the one guy, Todd White, he has dreadlocks that are like down to here. He was a drug addict, and yeah, he tells about his testimony and stuff. And yeah, it's just, you want to stay in that state, you know, and that's from your Jesus juice. It's like you have to have your Jesus juice. Jesus gets you in touch with the Holy Spirit, and it's just like, yes, let's go. That's like so true. God doesn't make mistakes, and he has a plan for us, and we have to like trust that. If we stay focused on that, that's what keeps you in that positive mind frame, no matter what's going on around you. You know, like I said, it's like just recently, I'm not really watching the news. Before I was kind of watching it to keep up on things, you know, what's going on. Before the coronavirus, I never watched it. Oh, I'm glad you're here though. We're still chatting. We're doing our chat now. We're talking about God and Jesus, our Jesus juice, and staying away from the news, keeping a positive mind frame. But yeah, before the coronavirus, I never watched it. If there was like something important I needed to know, my clients would tell me. They would be like, oh, did you see on the news about blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, no, what happened? So I figured I would get like the main things that were like the most important just from my clients. You know, so it's like, yeah, I have other things that I want to focus on besides that. And anyway, so the coronavirus came along, and it's like I started watching it because I thought, well, I need to kind of like keep up on like what's going on with this. And very true. Yeah. And that's one thing that I'm noticing more and more, just being in lockdown. It's like Jesus is king. That's where we need to keep our focus. We have to keep our eyes on that. And that's what keeps us positive. You know, and it's like I was explaining things like when you're doing a set, you know, to me, keeping your eyes on him is what helps you to push through and to take a step farther. Once you let your eyes come down and get stuck on like, oh, this is getting hard. Once you let one of those little negative thoughts pop into your mind when you're working out, it's like you just lose your strength and and power, because you took your eyes off. You know, that's where I always described it before, is like, it's like you're shifting gears. So when you're doing a set, you know, and you're going and it's getting to where it's getting stuck, if you don't keep, because when the pain starts to set in and it starts to get harder, it's easy to let your mind and your eyes go to the pain. Right there, you just let the negative come in, and then that's going to stop you. Then all of a sudden the set's going to be hard. So to me, I always explained it as you shift up. It's like you're shifting gears in a car. So as you get farther into a set, you have to keep shifting up to kind of stay above that pain. That pain's going to keep following you, you know, and that's like the anxiety and fear sets in of like, and the hardness. It's like, oh, this is getting hard, this hurts. If you let your mind go to that point, you're shifting in a bad way. You're shifting to the negative instead of shifting to the positive. You know, so it's like when it starts to get harder, you feel your breath start to close in. It's like you got to shift up. You know, the minute you start to feel your breath close in, because it's like, to me, it's like when you're connected to God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit opens you up, because the Holy Spirit is the breath. And it's like, if you let that lead you and guide you during the set, you're going to be like, wow, where did this strength and power come from? It's like it leads you, you know, and it's like, it opens you up. But the minute it starts to feel hard, and this is the whole trick to me, it's like, how far can I really take a set? And if you can take a set really, really far, that means you can go heavier. It's like, okay, so how strong can I get? How heavy can I go? You know, to me, it was always about trying to, you know, lift heavier, you know, so I could see my strength. I used to love to see my strength. You know, it's like, how strong can I get? How far can I push? And I love to get that like really tight pump. You know, it's like you get the tight pump from the higher reps usually, and then you get the muscle failure more from like the heavy weight. You know, but it's just bringing it all together. And if you're trying to push a set as far as you can, the minute your breath starts to close down, if you buy into that your breath is starting to change and like close down, you're going to fail if you don't change your mind. And so changing your mind is shifting up. So it's like when I'm doing a set, the minute it starts to get hard, rather than to buy into the pain or the fear or the anxiety of it getting hard, I shift up. So it's like, to me, that's like shifting my mind up to God. Okay, I'm still with you. I'm doing it with a good attitude too. You know, it's like, I'm not letting myself come down. I'm like shifting up. And I've never really explained it this way before, but it's like God's been talking to me to like start explaining it this way, because it's like, I think through our fitness, we can really see Him and we can see our strength, and He's the one that gives us our strength. Yeah, it's a lightness. You know, it's like that verse that Jesus is the light to our path. It feels like that. You know, it's like the physical stress of going farther into a set, you know, because you start with a set, it feels, if you have a weight, it's going to feel easier in the beginning. But as you go farther into the set, it starts to change because the muscle's getting tired. You start to feel the physicalness of the weight, and it will start to weigh you down. The weight will weigh you down if you don't change your mind frame. And to me, the goal was always to, you know, go as far as I can. When my breath changed, it's like I would shift my mind up, and as soon as I would shift my mind up, I would have more strength and power, because it would change my breath. It would open my breath up. When you shift up, it opens your breath back up. If you don't shift up, your breath is going to get more closed and closed and closed. And when you lose that breath and breathing, your strength disappears, your power disappears. So it's like you the first moment that you start to feel your breath close down because the set's getting harder, or you feel the pain creep in, shift your mind up. And you don't want to shift it, you know, too far past it. I mean, you want to shift it equal to what you're feeling in this set, equal or maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. Not sure how to explain that one just yet. I think I need to get back to my working out so I can explain it in this way, because like I said, I've never really explained it in this way. I've explained it as a shifting up. You know, that's your lightning. You know, if you think about it too, it's like God, keep your eyes on God. It's like you're shifting up to Him. So you're opening up, and it almost feels like that too. It's almost like you feel like you're like opening up even wider and surrendering even more, like you're doing that. And it's like that's your light. You're opening up to the light. You know, the light, you get it? The light. You're opening up to that, but it also lightens up your breath, because if you don't shift up, that breath starts to get heavy and feel closed in. So the shifting lightens and opens, and it's like all of a sudden you can breathe again. But if you don't shift and change, your breath gets cut off. So anyway, I think I said that like 3 or 4 times or so. Maybe different ways, I don't know. But do you guys get it? Does that make sense? How are you guys feeling now? Oh, so my point was to that. It's like I just got to a point and just like it's like, okay, stop. Like, okay, I'll stop. But my point to that was that through our fitness and learning what that feels like, oh good. Through our fitness and feeling what that feels like, I think it helps outside of the gym too. You know, I've taught this to some of my clients that are at this point where they want to learn how to dig deeper and you know, get better. And they say that they find themselves using the same stuff, I guess you could say. I don't know if they're techniques or they're just more aware. They're more aware of their breathing. And when something makes them start to feel closed down and makes their breath stop here, which that's what, when you get far into a set, you know, you go farther and farther, you start to want to move away from it because it's like, oh, this hurts, you know, the fear, the pain, the anxiety, and it like changes your breath. Because I don't know if you guys can feel this. So, and I talked about this a little bit on Monday. It's like when you're centered in your body, it's like if a set starts to get hard and you start to lean back, see how it closes off your breath. It kind of makes you start to breathe off the top of your lungs or your chest. And the minute you're doing that, now you're top heavy. You just totally got rid of like your whole lower body. So you're not centered anymore. And then that makes it even harder. So yeah, it's about staying centered into it. So when it gets heavier and harder, rather than moving away from it, you stay with it, but shift up. So instead of going back, you're staying planted, but shifting up. So you're not going forward, you're not going back, you're not trying to like think into the future. You know, that's future, that's past. So it's like, I think a lot of times we want to turn to the outside of ourselves, you know, whether even flashing back to the past, a pain, you know. What did I hear one time? Anxiety is the future. Depression is from the past. And I was like, oh, that's good. You know, it's like depression kind of closes you down. The future and anxiety kind of opens you up in a way. But it's like we don't want to go to the outside of ourselves. We want to go to above. We want to shift up. So when a set starts to get hard rather than moving into it or, you know, moving away from it. Most of the time it's moving away from it that way. You want to shift up, and you shift with your mind. And when you shift up, that opens up. And it's like all of a sudden you're opening yourself to more power. You know, it's like you're trusting more. It's like, I can do this. And you're really not thinking of anything, really. You're just in the moment. It keeps you in the moment. You're not in the future. You're not in the past. You're in the moment. You're in the present. And you're kind of everywhere at the same time. Don't know if that makes sense or not, but oh, good. Yay. I know, I feel good too. It's like, it feels good to get your breath going. And yeah. Yeah, this is, well, that clock doesn't work. And I don't remember. Oh gosh, we've been doing an hour. I don't remember what time it was when I started this, but yeah, it's like afternoon here. So, yeah, I got all the horses' feet done yesterday, and I'm thinking it's a pretty nice day before we're going to get some icky weather coming up, I think starting tomorrow. Yes, it opens that crown up so you can get in touch with the king, right? You know, it's like, yeah, it's about being open. You have to be open to receive, you know, and that comes from surrendering, right? Some people think that surrendering is weak. It's a weakness, like you're giving up. Surrendering and giving up are two different things. Surrendering, and I've never tried to explain this before, I don't think. Giving up, you just don't have any energy. But when you surrender, you're filled with energy. And I think this just came to me. I think it's because you're opening up and surrendering to let God in, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Just like everything just comes in and you're filled up. When you're filled up with the Holy Spirit, you're ready to go. That Jesus juice, right? But when you're giving up is actually a closing down. You're closing off your power. You're closing off everything of what's true. You know, it's like if you're not living in the truth, you don't have any energy. You don't have any power. Makes you sad and depressed. And it's like when you open up, see how it just by doing that, it changes my breath. Okay, everybody try that now. Everybody just take their hands and do this. It's like, see how it kind of like makes you even like, if you think of like giving up, it makes you feel like blah, right? It's like blah. That doesn't feel good, right? Blah. I'm not breathing deep. It feels icky. You know, and you see, I see people that come into the gym like this, and it's like the goal is to get yourself opened up to the light, open up to the breath, you know, and it's like, that to me is like what fitness helps you with. You know, it's more than just the physical, you know, and achieving a goal. And that's how this channel is going to start to be different, is it's not just about the physical. It's about, you know, you might feel like that. You might be having a bad day and feel like blah. Sometimes for people it's, you know, especially if their relationship isn't like real sound and solid with the Trinity, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, it's like sometimes it's hard. And I watched one of the two guys I was just talking about earlier. They were kind of talking about this, and it's like so true. It's like first thing we want to do is reach out to somebody else, just like when you're doing a set, when it gets hard. So this is like hard, right? When you're like, you've given up, you're sad, you're depressed, it's like you have no energy. That's like being in a set where it's getting hard and you want to give up, but then you want to start reaching to the outside of yourself, you know, and it's like, that doesn't really give you your strength and power back. Might make you feel good for a little bit, but it's really about finding your own strength and power through God and Jesus, not through the outside of yourself. And that's what reading the Bible is like. Finding your personal relationship with Him is like when you're in that set and you're trying to push it as far as you can rather than reaching to the outside. It's starting to feel like this and starting to feel closed in. It's like, wait, I can shift up right away. Just doing that. See how it makes you breathe? It gets you excited. It gets you in touch with your power. So it's like, it's about staying in your power. Your power is here and all the way up there. It's like, that's your power. The minute you start to move away from that, out of fear, anxiety, or whatever, it's like that disappears. Whenever you reach to the outside of yourself, you're kind of handing your power over to somebody else. You're handing your power over. And whenever you do that, like for me, and I learned this just not too long ago. I mean, I've known of it, but there was kind of like a turning point for me, probably a little over a month ago, maybe, where something happened. It's like my first reaction was to like want to talk to somebody about it. And even though at the time it's like, that doesn't like feel like it's given me power. And what I did is like, I got on the internet, I searched, I did my own research, and that's kind of what started making me pull my Bible out again, because what I searched took me to some verses I started reading, and I'm like, wow, that was really good. I think I could like understand it because I finally like, God was like trying to tell me, no, you don't need to go that way. You need to stay where you are and trust me. Follow what I'm telling you. And when you do that, it's amazing the things that happen. I like was like, wow, I think I understand this. Wow. And it's like right there, it's like that just like opened me up. I was like, wow, this feels so good. So it's like, I didn't want to put the Bible down. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Because then one thing led me to another. And I'm like, wow, I could understand it. This is like amazing. And then it's like when I went to sleep and woke up, I couldn't wait to like get my Bible out and read it. But we can feel that too when we're working out and doing our sets, but it's like keeping our mind focused and up and not getting stuck in, especially it's like, I'm not at that point right now, but like, okay, so I'm leaving you out of this. My mind jumped too fast. So when you're training heavy, which I don't train heavy because I haven't been training. I don't know if I'm going to ever want to train heavy anymore. I don't know what my training is going to look like now that I started it again. I'm just going to like kind of go where it's supposed to go, train the way I'm supposed to train for that day. And, but I've trained bodybuilders, mostly guys that will want to train heavy, and they come in and you can just tell that maybe their mind's not with it, but they have in their mind that they want to lift a certain amount of weight, and right there it's controlling the situation in a way, so first I think you have to change your mind frame in order to do that. But sometimes you have to start in a different place sometimes you have to start in a different place than you think you want to start to get to that point. But I've like had guys come in and it's like, I'm like, it's okay, don't worry. It's like, because I can feel their energy. It's like, well, let's start with this, and it's like, we start and get them opened up. Once they start to get opened up, then you go a little bit heavier, and it's like they end up getting a better workout than they thought they were going to, so you can take fitness and change your mind frame. You can do it with the Bible too. But you know what? It's like the other day, sometimes it's okay. See, I'm jumping again. The other day, it's like I was feeling guilty about something. And when I woke up, I was in a funk. And I'm like, I feel bad. I feel like a bad person. I got out my Bible and it's like, when you're in that mind frame, it's like, okay, nothing's like jumping out at me. This isn't like making sense. That could have been a time to like go and just like do some exercise and start moving. Because once we start moving and we get that breath going, it changes our mind frame too. So you get yourself opened up. So I think they can go hand in hand. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to like, felt so good reading the Bible the day before. How come it doesn't feel good today? Because see, I was trying to control the situation. But I stayed with it. I stayed with it until I found my answer. And the answer was I had lost my fellowship because of my mind. You know, it wasn't what I did because I had like said I was sorry. God forgives you right away. You know, Jesus died for us, so we don't have to worry about those things. You ask for forgiveness, you get it. We're supposed to move on. But I think it's the devil that keeps us in our mind stuck on the negative that we're not good enough. I never understood that, you know, being worthy. What does that mean? You know, but it's like when you're beating yourself up, I think the devil wants us to stay in our minds and stay stuck on those things. He doesn't want us to be happy in our skins. He doesn't want us to be, you know, in our bodies and happy and like happy. He wants us to be like, no, you know what? You did that wrong. You know, and it's like, I've never really looked back at like some of the people that I've trained, like, but that's kind of, I would see that often with like bodybuilding because I think sometimes we get so stuck on the way that we want to do something or how we want to do it that it kind of keeps us from doing our full potential of what we're really trying to do. And that was one thing that I learned along the way too. It's like, if somebody's on something, it's like, don't get all upset about it. That sets you off, that takes away your power, you know, because basically when you're upset about somebody being on something, you're giving your power to them instead of keeping it for you, you know, and it's like you just get stuck. It's like, ah, can you feel that energy? It's like, blah. But it's about, you know what? Oh, that's okay. I didn't want to do that anyway. It's like you look and say, oh, that feels better anyway. And you go in that direction. And there again, that's the light. That's like the light of your path. And that's what it feels like. That's what I've always gone by. It's like, you know, and I'm really good at it in the gym and with training with people. And it's like what I feel like I'm doing now is learning how to take what I learned and like apply it to life, you know, because it's this same feeling. It's like when you're getting ready to, you know, train somebody, it's like usually I'll feel them, I'll feel what their energy feels like. And I say, okay, what can we do for me to like get them to start to open up? Because that's the first thing. If you're feeling bad and you make somebody do work out too heavy, you're going to close them down more. So the goal is to help them find the light, help them find the lightness, help them get their breath open. Once their breath is open, then you can take them. But you have to get them connected first. So if somebody comes down like, it's like, it's okay. We're just going to go easy. We're just going to, let's just start with this and just don't even focus on your breath. Just move. Just get moving. A lot of times if somebody is really down and stuck, it's like, just move. Just move. And then as I feel them open up, it's like, okay, so now focus on your biceps just a little bit more, you know, or whatever feels right for that time, you know. And it's like, once you start to like try new things, I was like always want to try new things too, you know, because I don't like sticking to the same things. I have my main things that I do, but I like to mix it up. And I talked about that on Monday too. And I think I'm getting off track again. Does anybody have any questions? I feel good. I haven't eaten yet. I'm still fasting from last night. Oh my gosh. From last night about 7 or 7:15. well, my last meal was before I went out to feed the horses. So I've been fasting longer today. And I wanted to come in and do my workout before I ate anything. And so my first meal is going to be, if you guys are interested, it's going to be 2 eggs and a ground beef patty with some onions. Mm. You feel great? Yeah, me too. I'm excited that I got my gym back so I can start doing stuff like this. And did you stop fasting? Susan does the keto diet too, or was. Are you still doing keto? Yeah, actually, what is today? Oh, today's April 15th. 2 more days, it'll be 2 years since I've been doing keto. And I was thinking Monday after I talked about it again, it's like, you know what? It's like, I don't know if I want to keep saying keto. It's like, I might want to say high fat, low carb. Because keto sometimes gets like oh, you're too much, oh, keto, like has a bad rap. But yeah, so it'll be 2 years and 2 days that I've been doing keto and intermittent fasting. But my intermittent fasting started with like a 12-12, so like a 12-hour eating window, and my fasting isn't as long as I want it to be. Okay. That's okay. I think sometimes you got to take a break. And then I increased it to 14-hour fasting, and then 14 and 10. So my eating window was 10 and fasting. And I just tried to keep increasing my fasting window to longer. But then it's like, I've been doing it for so long. It's like, I just started listening to my body again. So, and I talked about this on Monday too. I think that some days, like a couple days ago, I think my fasting window was only 14 hours. So I had a lot bigger eating window, and I ate some carbs. And yeah, the next day I just go by how I feel. Like today, I'm not trying to fast longer. It just happened. It's just like, you know, sometimes I'll eat after I get in from the horses. And sometimes it's like my last meal is before I feed the horses, which is usually around 7:30-ish. So sometimes I might eat when I get back in around 8:30 or 9:30, somewhere between there, and that'll be my last meal. The night before, I think my last meal was at 10:30. But it's like, I'm not trying to make it a certain way. I'm just following my body, and I've been maintaining for a while. So that's making me happy right now. So I'll be curious to see what happens, like adding the weights back in, because I have been doing pretty good with my Stairmaster and my cardio. And this is kind of like the last thing that I'm adding back in. So it'll be fun. Hopefully I'll start changing so you guys get to see me like from scratch. And I'm wanting you guys to put me in shape. So I'm doing this for me and for you guys. It's not just about me, because I like coming and like talking to you guys. And it's fun, especially now, you have somebody to work out with. And I'll probably do some videos too, because right here I have a leg extension. I have I don't know if you can see it. It's like a chest press, and then you can turn this way and do back. There's you can't see it, but it pull down and triceps. Yes, we're in this together. So yeah, this is like, I want it to be fun, and I might do some workouts where I'll just do, I don't know, well, I'll ask you guys, do you guys want to see me just do some of my, do you guys want to see me do some of my workouts that I would do on my own too, or do we always want to do stuff like this? When do we train arms and chest? I don't know, maybe what do you guys have for arms and chest? Do you guys have dumbbells? I know there's a couple of you guys that have dumbbells and barbells and a bench. So I have my benches too. I have 2 benches back here that incline. So yeah, we can do some, if you guys have some of that stuff, we can do chest. My shoulders, if my shoulders feel better tomorrow, we can maybe do chest tomorrow. Or maybe arms. I could do arms. Or if we waited until Friday, I could do chest Friday. So yeah, coming up Thursday or Friday. Yeah, one of those days. I'll post it. I don't know if you guys saw on the community tab. I posted about 30 minutes or so before I was going to come on here. Because me, sometimes I have a hard time like committing, because I committed for so long to competing and stuff and getting ready. It's like I enjoy having my freedom and being a little more spur of the moment. So my spur of the moment, or I guess I should say my committing to doing a live is like, I'll give you like 30 minutes. Have 1 pound dumbbells up to 15 pound. Oh, that's good. Okay. Do you have a bench too? Or do you have a step that you could put on the floor so we could do incline and you can do flat dumbbell press? Yeah, or you could do, yeah. You have a, okay, so you can like prop it up to make it like an incline. Yeah, me too. This was fun. 2 risers. Okay, that would probably be enough. Or you know what you could do too? I just thought of, if you have like a wall, if you have a wall, you could prop your step up kind of the angle that you would want against the wall, you know, because your butt's going to keep it from sliding, you know. So yeah, okay, well, let's do yes, yeah, it'll be fun. You know, with, it's been a while since I've like really you know, at the gym with my clients and for myself, I like to use a variety of everything. I do body weight exercises, I do free weights, I do machines. Yeah, so Susan's going to use a step. So if you guys don't have a bench, you can use just a Reebok step or a step. And if you don't have one, maybe look on Amazon or Walmart. Walmart used to carry them, you know, and you just prop it up against the wall. You have 200 bands. Oh, that's good. 200 pound. Wow. Yeah, that's another thing too. Stability ball and balance board. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about my balance board. I don't have that out here. Does anybody have a Bosu? I have my Bosu here. I have, yeah, or a balance board. Walmart has balance boards for like $15, I think. And Amazon. Amazon, you can get some stuff off of Amazon too. But tubes, and I have some somewhere. They might still be in my car. You know, the resistance bands to do, you know, so we could do some band workouts. Yeah, in Bosu, or, you know, because in the gym I was like spoiled with my myself. Well, I wasn't really working out, like I said, the last few months or so, but with my clients, and you have a curl bar. Okay, that's good. With my clients, it's like I got spoiled with using a variety of things, but most of my clients would use, well, no, I won't say most, machines and free weights. Yeah, everybody was a little different. not really that much body weight stuff. I had a couple that did a little bit, but when you have like that variety, you know, you kind of get spoiled. So now it's like, if we just have like the, which I'm lucky, or you know, I have my squat rack, you know, I have so I can do you know, incline bench bar, you know, but yeah, I have my benches, and like I said, I have this over here, so I can do push downs and I can do pull downs for lats. I have a row on there and a chest press, which I might use those sometimes too and make videos from that if you guys want to see that. But like, if we all have some dumbbells and a way to, if we have a bench or a way to prop yourself up for incline and then lay on something flat, and even having a step, you know, we could do the patty cakes. I don't know if you guys remember patty cakes. I've done videos with those in them. And yeah, we're going to have to get creative. And if you have like a balance board or a BOSU, you know, we can do things on that. Do you guys ever work out? And my quads are like really tired. It's like, oh, they're going to be sore. But do you guys ever get like stand on a BOSU and like, you know, do presses or curls, or, you know, we could do side laterals. Then we can make it even. I don't know if my legs can do this since they're so tired, but and I need to pump my BOSU up a little bit. But like stand on one leg and do presses, you know, and do, so that's a way to kind of mix it up too, make it a little bit harder. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, so we're going to just get really creative. And hi, I'm not sure what ML is. What is ML? But yeah, so if we have like a step balance board or a BOSU, we can kind of do stuff like that. And then dumbbells and kitty cats. Can you see my kitty? Everybody needs at least one kitty cat. Yeah, we'll be able to do everything, you know, and then I'm going to have to think about some leg things. Like, well, one, which I wanted to do today, but because I wanted people to work out with me, it's like, I didn't know how many people would have a BOSU. But have you ever done the BOSU where you lay down on your back, you put your feet on top so they're like hip thrusts for your hamstrings and glutes? So I'll show you. Scoot this over. And, you can do with 2 feet, which makes it a little easier. For some people that's good, for some people that's too easy. Oh yeah, I can see if I'm on camera here. Oh, my legs. Oh my gosh. Did somebody say something? Yeah, you could use, and actually you don't even need a BOSU for this. You could do it just off the floor, or you could, yeah, prop your feet up on something. It doesn't have to be something unstable. So, yeah, just the BOSU makes it a little harder because you have an unstable surface. And my back is a little tight, so oh my gosh, this feels so good. Can I just take a nap? Can you guys see me? Am I still on camera? I can't see that up there. I hope I'm still on camera. Okay. But yeah, you push up. You know, and with this, it's like you don't want your feet going forward, you want your toes up. So you're focused on your heel, and when you're pushing up, you're actually pushing down. You know, a lot of times I see people do this and they like want to push, and the BOSU moves. The BOSU shouldn't move. if you're pushing straight down. So, and if you have a hard time doing them and you feel your back and not like your glutes and hamstrings, I usually tell people just put your elbows on the floor and put your hands just like this, and then raise your hip bones up towards your hands. So, yeah, because if you're going way past that, you're going to start to feel your back. But if you put your focus here, you're going to feel this anyway. If you're not really focusing on anything and you're just lifting yourself up, a lot of times it's going to go to your back because you're going to go too far. But if you're really putting your focus on what you're supposed to, yeah, I feel my inner thighs contract, and when I get to the top, I squeeze my glutes in, squeeze them in. So, yeah, so this is a really good hamstring one. So if like I have a single leg curl on my machine there, but like if we're going to do some workouts together, if you have a BOSU, good, you could do it on a balance board, or just something that's maybe set off the ground a little bit, or you can just do it from the floor. We can also do, to make it harder, you can do single ones, and you want to keep this leg up straight towards the ceiling if you can, with your foot flat, and you're driving that leg up, right? So that's one way to make it a little bit harder. So see, we can get okay, good. I don't know, they're pretty sturdy. I think it depends on what kind of BOSU you get. I think they have commercial grade and then regular grade. But yeah, so we got hamstrings and glutes there, so that's good. You know, we have our squats, our lunges. So once I start getting a little more in shape, I'll start using weights. But today was plenty for me, just my body weight. Yeah, and then, you know, if we have like a couple exercise bands, different tensions, you know, we could even do, you know, step on it and do triceps that way. And yeah, we can get creative. So, and then back stuff we can do, yeah, just like some bend over rows. We can use, if you have dumbbells, we can turn our hands this way for reverse grip. We can do, you know, anytime you take something and you go from this grip, overhand grip, to, I don't know if you'd call this neutral, to reverse, you know, when you're doing your back, that changes how you feel it a little bit. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll just get creative. So we need dumbbells, BOSU, balance board, possibly, that's kind of optional, and some tubes, workout tubes. And if you guys have, you know, and I don't have any in here, you know, oh wait, hold on a second, do I have something over here? No, I think everything's in my car. I used to keep everything in my car for my clients and stuff when I went to the gym, and I think everything's still out there. But you know, just the loop bands, if you get some of those too, those are good to like put around your ankles, and for leg stuff, it just gives more tension to like the outer thigh, that kind of stuff. And then there's the thicker fabric bands that you can put here and sit and do outer thigh, and also with the rubber, yeah, the booty bands. The booty bands, the fabric ones, but then the first ones that I was talking about, the rubber band ones, they're good for like if you do have a balance board, you stand on one foot while you're balancing and go out, forward, and back. Out, forward, and back. That's a really good workout too. So that's like really good for your balance, and it works your hips really good too. So, okay, our list again. Rubber bands. Okay, good. And I should do a video on like what to get, so you can see what I'm talking about. But the rubber bands, they usually come in a pack of, I don't know, 3 or something like that. But you want to get like the smaller ones that are, and yeah, maybe I'll make a video and then post some links so you guys can just go and get them. Because you want to get the ones that are like about 10 inches or 12 inches. Because if you don't look, some of them are like too long. So for the ones that, you're doing on top of the balance board, or you're doing the squats like that. Yeah, maybe it's a pack of 4. But the smaller ones, you want the smaller ones so when you are doing even just walking, sometimes you just walk without squatting. That's really good for your hips. You don't want them to be too long because you want to be able to like step in and still kind of keep some tension. So you want to be able to step. Otherwise, if they're too long, then you kind of lose the tension. And it's, when you're doing the squats too, when you squat and it's stretching, when you come back up, you want to kind of still have a little bit of tension. So usually 10 inch or 12 inch. So yeah, the loop rubber bands, the booty bands, which are the fabric ones. And those, you have to watch those too, because some of them are like too wide. So they have different widths, and I forget which ones I have for those. And probably depends on like, the size of your legs and stuff too. So the loopy rubber bands, the booty bands, some resistance tubes for some curls and like and then dumbbells and a step or a bench. And I think that will be good. That way, that way that should give us enough to kind of hit everything pretty good, right? Can you guys think of anything else? And all those things you can find if you don't have dumbbells, Walmart has dumbbells. They have like pretty good prices for dumbbells. That you probably wouldn't want to get from Amazon, because I don't know if they would charge shipping. Like, the weight of it might be more shipping. I don't know. But I don't know. I'll look into that and see. I looked that up a long time ago, but Amazon and Walmart are 2 good places to get those things. I like the bands and stuff from Amazon, because Walmart, I've gotten bands from them and they were like the longer ones, so I would have to tie them. So yeah, Walmart has they have the steps too. So I don't think they have them where you can like make them high. Like this is like actually a mini Reebok step. Reebok step's my favorite because they have these platforms over here that you can build them up higher. And these actually came from the thrift store. I do have a thrift store video on here too, where to get good, but I don't think thrift stores are open now. So, but yeah, but Walmart, last time I checked, they had I don't know what brand it is, but it's a step that would work to like lay on to do like your dumbbell presses. You could do it on the floor if you're doing flat, but you can only come down so far because the floor is going to stop you. At least if you have a step, you can come down just a little bit deeper. Yeah. Anybody have any suggestions or questions? With that's like kind of everything. Oh, maybe a jump rope. Can you guys jump rope? I think my little short ones over there. I have some hanging here, but oh, another thing I had just gotten it probably a couple months before the gym closed, and I was using it with couple of my clients. Uh-oh. Is it back? Was my sound back? Best explanation. So you guys can still hear me? Okay, good. And I think I got some, it's been a while, I think they were pretty similar, but you can get these from Walmart. Wait, is this from Sue? Who is this? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm glad you came. Thank you. Yeah, it'll probably be Thursday or Friday, but I'll post in the community tab and then I'll send you a message on Instagram too when I'm gonna do live again. But so TRX, have you guys ever, I'm sure you've heard of TRX. So on Amazon, I got these things like a couple months before the gym closed, and I was using them with my I had a 14-year-old client, and one of my other clients, we used them just a few times, but I have those too, and you guys can't see, but I have a I have my pull-up bar over there. Yeah, the regular TRX I think are a lot more expensive. I forgot what I paid for these, but check Walmart too, because I think, and I'll have to see if I can find them. I'll have to see if they're over there, but I think I had gotten some similar to that. So if you have a place, and I think they come with like a strap and I don't know if it's rubber or whatever it is. It's like a ball that goes on the other side of the door. So it's like on the top of the door, and it hooks on the other side, and then you close the door, so then you can use the straps from your door. But I have my pull-up bar that I'll hook them to. That's why I kind of left this kind of open too, so I could use them there. But that's another thing we can do too. So yeah, I did that when I first got them. I kind of went through a little bit of everything. I was like so sore. And one, because I hadn't really been working out, and two, because it was something new and different. But the ones I got from Walmart, I think they're similar to the ones that I got, probably just not as good of quality. But I think they're pretty much the same thing, so I'm gonna have to look and see if I still have those. But that'll be another thing that's like kind of gives us a little more variety. I'm trying to think, I have a couple things here. Push-up handles. I have some push-up handles. Are we still going? Okay, everything disappeared for a little bit. Okay, so yeah, maybe I'll get some pictures, unless you guys know what I'm talking about. Do I need to make another video of like the rubber bands and stuff to have, so that way we kind of, everybody can get stuff, so we can start doing everything together? Because you guys are gonna put me into shape, right? You have push-up handles? Yeah, I have some right here. Let me get them. I'll get one. So yeah, I need to clean them off. But yeah, these, I think you can get these at Walmart too. But these are really good for people that have a hard time with like putting their hands this way. It hurts their wrist, like for push-ups or whatever. This way allows you to keep that straight and not have to, so you can hold it straight this way and not have to bend your wrist back. But if you don't have these, you can also use dumbbells, because dumbbells work just as good if you make sure to get it big enough so your knuckles don't get squished on the floor. But that allows you to like, keep your wrist straight and not have to break it back. Because some people, that hurts their wrist, especially if you're doing a lot of stuff like that. Like if you're doing push-ups and then you're doing planks and you're doing patty cakes on the step, and your hands are this way for a long time, sometimes if people aren't used to it, that kind of starts to hurt. But you kind of build that up too. But one way to fix that is like with the dumbbell or push-up handles. And every time I bend over, oh my gosh, my legs are getting more and more tired, and they're actually starting to get stiff. They're going to be sore. And I feel my hamstrings a little bit too, and like my glutes. So, oh boy. Okay, I think that's a wrap. We've been on here for, oh my gosh, almost 2 hours. So anyway, I'm gonna move this down here. So, oh, that was like too much, huh? Too much. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Are you guys ready to go? Are we ready to end this? I need to go ahead and eat. I need to see what time it is to see how many hours I've fasted. I've fasted, it was probably, uh-oh, did I disappear for a little bit? Okay, yeah. I think my battery is probably getting lower too, so, and I hear the wind out there too, so the connection might start to go a little bit. So, okay, thank you guys for coming. I had a lot of fun, and you guys, yeah, I'm gonna get sore. So thank you for that. So hope you guys have a great day, rest of your day, and I will probably see you, like I said, in a couple days. So I might pop on tomorrow or maybe Friday. So I don't have anything to do Thursday or Friday. I don't have a client or anything. So yeah, I might take tomorrow off and let my legs recuperate. Let me know for whoever did this workout after it goes live. Like the last one I did. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Take care. I know this connection is starting to get bad, I think. So let me know though if your legs get sore. And it's going to take a while for this to come up because the last video I did, it took forever. It wasn't until the next day. So I don't know if this is going to do that too. It's like almost 2 hours, so it might not be available to like watch right away. But let me know, comment below and let me know if you got sore. I know I'm going to get sore. I'll post on the community tab if I'm like really sore tomorrow, okay? So see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a great day, and bye-bye.